Abusive men will withhold schmegs so that women have to beg for it and feel humiliated. Because they know that women are not supposed to be the ones begging for schmegs. They know that. They know how humiliating it is for us to just be like, hey, and initiate. And they love that power of being able to reject us. And that's why I hate that I don't hear more women talking about this. This is such a common tactic for abusers. First of all, they're usually forking someone else anyway. They're usually cheating. But even if they're not, which they are, even if they're not yet, they are withholding half the time because the only reason they got you is they climatized you. And they reeled you in by centering your O or being really good at, eating, right? Because they're so good at that. Abusers are so good in bed. Not always, but most of the time. They have to be. They have no other redeeming qualities. They know the power of oxytocin. They know that so many other men don't center women's pleasure. And that's seriously what got me hooked, which is what I write about in this article for the Daily Beast. But here's the thing. This does long-term damage. This has come up in my marriage so much because I didn't realize it was connected to my ex until a couple times I was, rejected. And all it took was a couple times being rejected. And I shut down. No, I'm never initiating again. And my reaction to being rejected was rage. I didn't take that rage out on him. I kept it in, but I called my BFF and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? La, 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 la. She was like, whoa, this is a really extreme reaction to getting rejected. This is probably not about him. And I have since learned that anything that is visceral is usually historical. I'm quoting my IFS therapist there, but it's so true. Anytime something, rage or any emotion feels visceral, it's historical. It's not about getting rejected once. It's about the trauma associated with being rejected, because that's where the abuse began. Withholding schmegs went from pleasing me, had me out of body experience, oh my God, to like, please, like begging for it and thinking that I was a schmegs addict. There's something wrong with me. And why am I not like other women? I'm supposed to be the one turning him down. I'm supposed to be the one who's faking a headache. I'm supposed to be the one that he's having to beg. Here I am begging. Do you know what that does to your psyche? Especially if you're conditioned under patriarchy and especially under purity culture, to not supposed to want it, to not supposed to initiate, none of that stuff. And these men, they know all of this. They don't have to take a feminism class to know it. They just know it. Predators know your weak spots. They know how to. So I've had to work on this so much because I have so much trauma tied to being rejected. Thank God I did not project that onto my husband. Thank God I had built community, which is the only reason why I'm even in this marriage, is because I don't know if I've told you guys all of the instances of all the times I almost sabotaged this relationship right out of the gate because of trauma responses. And luckily, because I have community and close friends who hold me accountable. I have a mentor. I have people I call who are like, whoa, Melanie, and they check me. Because when I'm in a trauma response, I can't see the truth, man. I'm just like, ah! Right? And it scares me because on some level, I'm like, this seems a little disproportionate to what's actually happening. And it's because it's a trauma response. And it's because I never got to feel the rage of being treated so terribly by that man. So my husband pays the price when I don't keep these trauma responses in check. So thank you for bringing this up. I think we should talk about it more. If you've been through this, feel free to say something in the comments, because I think so many women have so much shame around this topic because we hear so much about coercion and all the ways that these men pressure their wives into having schmegs, even though they don't want them to, like literally coerce them, which is, SA. But what I don't hear people talking about much is withholding. I don't feel entitled to schmegs. I don't feel like I'm owed it. I don't feel like, they're withholding in a way that's like, because it's mine. What I'm talking about is men literally torturing their partners by playing on the shame inherent in purity culture, just patriarchy in general, that women experience when they do have a schmegs drive and they're rejected. And these men exploiting that so that some of us are afraid to ever initiate again out of fear of being rejected, because that rejection was used to manipulate and control us. and make us hate ourselves, hate our bodies, and feel like we didn't deserve pleasure. That wound, y'all, it goes so deep. So, so deep. I'm still working on it, honestly. So again, please, if you feel comfortable, share your experience recovering from this, because it's a big one and I don't hear other people talk about it.